D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So before I get started on this review, I just want to say two things. The first one is the reason that this review is so late is because my computer took a crap last week and I had to get it repaired. So 5 days without a computer to upload content is hard, but I did get it fixed and everything seems to be okay. And so there will be continue business as usual. You know what I'm saying? The second thing I want to just say is that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine always get pushed to the back of the line. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So why don't we go ahead and get started on this review? This movie is directed by Nia DaCosta and stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Teyonah Parris, Nathan Stewart-Jarrett, and Colman Domingo. Hope I said those names right. And the premise is that 30 years after the events of the first film, visual artist Anthony McCoy lives in Chicago with his girlfriend, art gallery director Brianna Cartwright. Brianna's brother Troy shares the urban legend of Helen Lyle, a graduate student who went on a killing spree in the early 1990s. Now, I just want to say before I get on to my review a little bit more that I am going to be comparing this to the original just because this is supposed to be a sequel to the original. And there are some things that I will compare what the original did that was great, and this movie failed in every sense of the word. I had a funny feeling when I saw the first trailer and when I saw the animated teaser that the director had came out with. I've always been like a little funny, like all the details don't look too good to me. And this movie is so boring and so stale compared to the original. I mean, what made the original so unique was its gothic tone, and the score was so good. It was Philip Glass, for heaven's sake. I mean, how they got Philip Glass, I don't even know. And that was back in the day when they used to incorporate race issues and it didn't feel shitty and exploitive and tacked on just for the sake of it. But now, oh no, it's not only tacked on, it's shoved down your throat so freaking hard that you are sick of it by the second act. One thing that I didn't understand was the beginning when they talk about the guy handing out candy to the kids and he's just innocent because, with the razor blades and all that stuff, and how and how come nobody in the neighborhood confronted this grown-ass man handing out candy to children? Like, I find out somebody's handing candy to my children, and I don't know if you were going to have an issue, but I'm going to have an issue. And I don't understand why nobody included mothers in here and how they wouldn't confront this person. And the thing, the guy, I can't remember his name, the character, but he just looks suspicious from the get-go. He's all like scraggly and he's handing out candy and he's got a hook for a hand, and yet nobody says anything to him, and it's all about racism. Okay, but let me start off by saying some things that I like. First off, is the cinematography of this movie. It's really, really good, and the movie looks great. I think that the directing is pretty good. Nia DaCosta does a pretty decent job as for her first directing gig. It doesn't make me excited for her Marvel's movie, but Marvel these days nothing gets me excited with them. As far as the acting goes, everybody did a solid job. I think that, Yahya Abdul-Mateen is, Big Dick McGee. He did a good job. I think, my favorite character was what's her face, Brianna's brother, especially when he walked into the apartment and he was like, okay, we're just gonna grab Brianna's stuff, and if you want to step into the light and everything. I thought it was very realistic, and that's how most people would be act when they went to go pick somebody's stuff up and there was a psycho in the house. But I want to talk about some of the stuff that I didn't like. The kills. They were not graphic enough. You barely saw anything when it came to the kills, especially with the 5 or 4 girls in the bathroom. They call out Candyman. The Asian girl leaves, and the 3 or 4 white girls, they're all laughing and saying Candyman, and the black girl comes in and she gets locked in her stall of the bathroom, and then Candyman proceeds to kill all of them. They don't kill the black girl in the the stall, which is ridiculous because Candyman will kill you if you are in the room with the person that says Candyman. It's from the original. For instance, when she's in with the doctor after she goes to the psychiatric ward, and she's in that like mental ward or whatnot, she says Candyman in the mirror 5 times, and then the hook comes through the doctor's chest and doesn't kill. So it kills him, and it kills all those white girls in the bathroom, but it doesn't kill the black girl in the stall, even though she's like witnessing everything. Plus, I didn't like the fact that we couldn't see Candyman kill these people except when there was a mirror around. That's the only time you saw Candyman, and it was really obnoxious and annoying, and not a good take on this new Candyman. I thought it was really bad. I also didn't like some other things, which I'll get into in just a second. Plus, I think that the script is really weak, especially in the last 2/3 of this script. I think that what was so captivating about the first movie is that they put in these racial issues, but they did it subtly, and they let you also think that maybe Helen was actually the killer in the first movie. I mean, you didn't really know that she wasn't the killer until later on in the movie. Like I think it was in the last third when you actually saw Candyman killing people, and that was for instance. There are murders that take place and you don't see the person die. Like, for instance, her fellow grad students, a student who's helping her with the paper or whatnot that she's writing. But you see her body later on, and you still think that Helen might have killed her friend / other grad student that's helping her write the paper. So then you question whether Helen did it or if Candyman did it. And then you really don't find out that actually Candyman did it until the doctor's office, when Helen's sitting there and she says Candyman, and then the hook busts through his chest. Now, also, for instance, the movie, in this movie, it's the very end, Brianna calls out Candyman 4 times, and then the police officer calls out Candyman for the 5th time, and then all of a sudden he just shows up, and it's because that's not how it works. You don't get to say it 4 times and then somebody else says Candyman. You have to say it 4 times, and the cop only said it 1 time. And so that's how you get Candyman to come. You say his name 5 times, and she said it 4. It's just, you just can't change things so you can fit your narrative when you already have an established, mythos of a character and a story. And finally, I want to talk about the writing just a little bit more, because Jordan Peele wrote this movie with a little bit of help, but I'm pretty sure he wrote most of it. And I don't think that he paid attention too closely to the first movie and all the little details, which really bothers me. For instance, when Anthony's mother is in the first one, and then Anthony gets stolen as a baby, and then Helen comes in the room and she attacks Helen and cuts and then Helen defends herself by shoving that cleaver in her arm, and that like really sinks into her arm, and we don't even see a scar on Anthony's mother. I don't remember the name of the actress or whatnot, but I think that says a lot when you can't even pay attention to one movie to try to capture what was so great about it, and make it blend together and mesh together as a cohesive story and a cohesive sequel. I also really believe that Jordan Peele is the new M. Night Shyamalan. Like, he made a really good first movie with Get Out, but Us was horrible, and you couldn't really tell what was what he was trying to say there with his racial issues. And I don't get anything with this movie. I don't think that his Nope or Dope, whatever that movie is next that he's going to do, or whatever the fuck it's called, I don't think it's going to be good. It's just going to be just so convoluted, just like this was. So I'm not interested in that or excited for it at all. I also didn't like the whole hive. It's in the hive. Like, you got different Candymans and everything. It's so stupid. I mean, this movie was just bad. This is one of the worst movies I have seen in 2020. And it just really shows the lack of understanding of Jordan Peele and works that came before him. If he is a fan of horror, and he is very low on the totem fan of horror So I just think that this was a huge misstep in my opinion. So that is my review for Candyman. Tell me, what did you guys think? Did you like it? If you liked it, tell me why you liked it, because I didn't like it at all. I did not like it at all. I wasted my money. I went to the movie theater and everything, and I was all like, man, I wish Candyman would just kill me now, because this shit is boring and not good. Not good. It's not good. Okay, that's my review. Listen, go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next movie review. You guys have a good day. Bye.